people are like drawn to? I mean, if it's low pay, what is it? Just the allure of fame? Everything I was accusing Morgan of before. I mean, is it just?
It's definitely an opportunity. It's definitely fun. I mean, there's a lot of fun things that come with it, right? Like, first of all, you get to go to Hawaii for 7 weeks. That's cool. You get to meet all these new people. That's cool. I mean, there's just a lot. If you're an adventure person like I am, there's just a lot of. I love adventure, right? And I love new experiences, and it's just a cool opportunity to do. I had a lot of fun. I changed a lot. I met so many amazing people that changed my perspective on things. So there was a lot of good that came out of that show. It wasn't all bad. I mean, obviously it provided the platform that has like led me down the trajectory that I've ended up at in my life. I started my business. It opened a lot of doors. So there's a lot of good stuff that comes with it. It's not just like fame. It's also what you build off of that fame. Like, there's so many people who gain all these followers but then don't do anything with it, and it's like, okay, that's cool also, but if you're the type of person that makes lemonade out of lemons, then like you're probably going to turn it into something really cool.
Have you seen, like, is it positive in your business? We'll talk about the business you started in a second. Like, is it, because, like, there's this Nick Thompson, he was on, like, Love is Blind. He says he can't find a job now. He says he lost his job as a VP in marketing. He was working in corporate. He says he's applied to 400 jobs and can't find a job. Mind you, I mean, a lot of people are applying to 400 jobs these days and not getting hired.
It's a tough job market right now.
Do you feel like, has it followed you into your business now, or no? It never comes up negatively?
It definitely followed me into my business. But honestly, I've seen more good than bad. But yeah, I mean, I think when I first launched the company, I was certainly worried that it would have a negative effect, and I really kept kind of my personal Instagram, especially like Instagram, separate than my business, and I tried not to like share too much about my business because I had so many haters and I had so much heat on me. I was so worried that that's my baby, and it's you're vulnerable when you start a business. It's like all the things you don't want people to bring it down. You don't want people to bash you. You don't want people to talk bad about you. You obviously don't want it to reflect negatively on your business. I had a couple instances. Why is that hard to say? That people would go on Google review and write bad reviews just because they didn't like me.
Really?
Yeah. So, and I was worried about that for sure in the beginning, but I didn't really have. It wasn't too bad, and then now, I definitely don't really see any negative effects. Yeah, like I said, if anything, it helped bring awareness that I even had this business, and it made people want to work with me because they think it's cool.
Why don't you tell us all about plug away, plug. What do you do now, and tell everyone what your business is?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay,
and do not be shy.
It's Cannon Marketing Agency. It's a full-service digital marketing agency, definitely specializing in social media, creative, branding, PR, heavily on the creative side of things. So we specialize in Instagram and TikTok, but the strategy that goes in behind all of that too. So based in Dallas, now also in LA, but I have clients all over the nation, including heavily, in Nashville, Dallas, and LA. I would say were the three kind of main places. But like I said, serving clients all over the nation.
And you love what you do.
I absolutely love what I do, yes. Yeah, my degree's in marketing. I was in the corporate world doing marketing for 8-ish years before I launched the company. And it's been 5 years now since I launched Cannon Marketing, and it's, I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot. Business has its ups and downs, and but it does, you get better and you learn, and I absolutely love it.
Have you found that now that this whole thing has been thrust into the public, which has, again, nothing to do with you, that your name was like kind of dragged into it and you made your statement and, has that now, like, are people reaching out to you for good or bad in business that way
Yeah.
of like, oh, wow.
It did give me a little uptick in business. Yeah. Yeah, it did. So that's good. I mean, I'll take, when it comes to business, it's like,
Me too.
if it's going to benefit my business, then it's a win. You know, to a certain extent, of course. But at the end of the day, it's still like, all that does would be to open some doors, right? And it's still up to me and my team to deliver and to do a good job, and, you know, to prove ourselves. So it's like, there's still,
Right.
it only helps so much. You still have to,
Right. Like someone might call because of that, but
Yeah.
if you deliver a bad product, they're
Right.
not going to say, oh, I have a question about Kyle and Morgan. This is all great, and here's the money.
yeah.
Thanks. No, it doesn't work that way.
Right,
I
right.
agree. It's like, I'll take any door that opens business, but it opens for 3 seconds, and then you actually have to go and do the work.
Exactly.
And nothing negative. It's been no negative business stuff because of all
Not
this
business.
trauma.
No, I mean, like I said, not business, not that I'm aware of. You know, I've gotten, you know, I honestly, this time around, and I say this time around meaning like kind of being in the headlines, whereas the first time around would be Temptation Island, and I really got a lot of heat, and it was a lot of negative. And this time has been a lot more support. Of course, there's some haters in there. Of course, there's some negative in there, but overwhelmingly more in the positive light, which is obviously good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good because you have so much more to offer than just that.
Thank you.
What is your relationship status as we wrap up?
Oh, I'm single
Really?
and ready to mingle.
What are you looking for now at this point?
I'm very
Tell
much like a
us.
vibe person, so I'm also way picky. I obviously like edgy, you know, I like the tattoos, I like the edgy. I like a creative, somebody with a really, somebody who's spiritual, and also just like their mindset too of like a strong character, you know, a good person, somebody who's self-aware, has their shit together, driven, wants the same things out of life that I want. I mean, the list goes on, right? But just, yeah, definitely.
Edgy tattoos.
I mean, yeah, that's preferred. You know.
Working, career.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, somebody who's working is nice.
2 final questions before we wrap up, and then you can plug out anything else you want. I just want to touch upon the whole like sobriety of it all. Like, what do you feel about it? Just because I don't want people to say, well, you didn't ask this, David, because that's what's going to happen here. Lots of people come for me all the time too. What do you think of the whole narrative out there that like Morgan is like Kyle's sober coach? Do you think there's any truth to that? I'm just curious.
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't think so either, but just thought I would ask that
Yeah.
because that's something that people are going to say that I did not ask.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's my opinion.
Yeah, just your opinion.
I literally don't know, but I don't believe that is the case. I could be very, very wrong.
I don't think it's the case either. And anything else you want to cover that I didn't cover? I want people to find you for business. If I mean,
Oh my
listen,
God,
I might be a client because I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not so great on
I
social
mean,
media all
nobody,
the time.
yeah, literally nobody, everyone, I feel like social media is one of those things that like everyone thinks they can do it, and they can, but nobody has time to do it all, especially like as a business owner and you're reaching a certain level. And I'm really going after businesses that are a little bit larger now. I think when I first started my company, I was certainly more focused on small to medium sized businesses. But, you know, now we're working with larger brands like Hulu and Opali and, you know, like larger brands that have a stronger social media presence where a lot of content, a lot of strategy has to go in. And that stuff, you know, is done way in advance with a lot of strategy behind it and a lot of production and behind it, and that's, you know, definitely where we come into play is you know, letting your brand come across on social media in the true authentic way that connects with people and is moving your business to where it wants to go, and not just where your business is at now, but also like let's look at the bigger picture, where you're heading.
Hulu's major, so.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I have to tell you this. The next time you come back, I promise we are not going to mention the words Kyle or Morgan. I'm sorry. I've not been too harsh on you, have I? I mean, these are just things
I was
that
like, wow,
people
we're talking about them a lot.
want to know, and let's just get it out of the way.
I
I hope you don't
know.
think that I have reduced you to just that, because
No, it's okay. I
you're not.
You know, yeah,
I just feel, there's this narrative out there about you, and I'm just like, I just want to talk to you directly and let people see that there's.
Well, and that's, exactly like what I was saying of like what I didn't do the first time around is I didn't use my voice, and I hid. I was scared, and it's not fun to come in here and talk about your ex,
I
you
know.
know? Like,
I'm
especially when it's all like over the news, and I'm like, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
You're just being honest with your feelings and emotions. Like, there's no wrong answer.
Yeah. Well, you know how, like we said, people twist things, people's opinions on things. People, you can say something and they're like, read into it one way or the other. And,
Yes.
Yes.
That's why I'm like, I just want to speak to you directly. Well, I promise the next time you come, we will not mention those words.
Okay,
we will
good.
talk all about you. You'll have to come back. You're amazing. Thank you for coming into the
thanks
studio.
for having me.
Where
This has
can
been fun.
everyone follow you that would like to?
Yes, follow me on